Okay, we're here in the studio again with David Taylor, the Director of Sales here at wherever we are, Green Spring. And so, welcome to David.
Oh, thank you. Glad to be here. Glad to have you interviewing me. It's
back
nice to
again.
Yeah, we're back in action. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. So I saw a strange video earlier. About sales.
Yeah. So we do like to have fun here at work, and one of the things that our enterprise was doing to keep our sales offices having fun and engaged was to create a unique video to inspire us to show how we were going to generate more people coming into our office. And so the theme behind the enterprise-wide initiative was gnomes. Because the mentality there is that in order to fill your garden with prosperity and life, you have your gnomes.
Yeah, and that's a GNOME.
Correct,
yeah.
Like the little garden gnomes,
right?
And the whole idea being that we want to plant our seeds. We want folks coming into our communities again, planting that seeds for that hopefully they'll mature into residents. And so that's the whole mentality behind it. And so we created a little fun video to show our gnome theme for the sales enterprise. So I think we have a roll and we can check it out. You want to check it out? Let's check it out.
I think our whole community should see it.
Let's do it.
My gosh.
Oh, so much fun at work.
Now, who created that?
So it was a collaboration. We had a lot of help from Terrence here in
at the studio,
yes. And Frank and I, our sales manager Franklin Funes, and myself, we were kind of figuring out, okay, we have to come up with a video for how we're kind of showcasing this whole gnome theme, and the whole idea behind it was, I'm in the office alone, hence gnome alone. And there's so much business happening in our office that I have to basically grow help. And so that's when you see the other associates kind of jumping on screen. So this is a fun way to kind of start off this little event and this competition between the sales departments on generating appointments, generating interest, and obviously planting those seeds that will hopefully mature into wonderful residents.
I hope so.
Yeah.
All right. And who will be annuals.
That's correct. They'll keep coming. That's right. They'll keep coming, keep maturing. So we're really excited about the video.
Well, now to get down to business about what's really going on in the sales department.
So
how are things going?
Things are going well, actually. The video kind of shows it as well. I mean, we have been busy. I think the team did a really nice job, even when we were in kind of our restrictions of reaching out to our priority list members, even just to check in on them, see what their current situation is, and just kind of keep a pulse on how they're doing in their homes. I think that bode really well for us as we kind of came into the phase 2 of our reopening. It's given us the ability to then generate those appointments, have folks still kind of reserve and come in, maybe not at the pace as pre-COVID, but definitely at a good pace where we're still seeing residents move in, we're still seeing appointments come in, there's still that interest there, and so the team's been doing a really nice job.
When do you think you'll have an event?
That is a great question. So we actually just had our first in-person event last week, or excuse me, a couple weeks ago on the 10th. We only had a couple of people show up, but it was the first time that we actually got an invitation out to our priority list members, inviting them on campus. We just got the approval to start doing that at the beginning of this month, so we'll start seeing more events on campus. We've been doing virtual events, and they've actually gone pretty well. We've done a State of the Community event where we had Melissa Robeson, just like she provides you updates to residents here on the channel station. She did the same sort of thing for our prospects virtually. We've had a Parade of Homes, which we did virtually, where our team members went to different apartments and showcased the homes virtually. But now we're really getting back to inviting folks back on campus. There are protocols and guidelines in place because obviously we want to keep our guests as well as residents and staff safe. So there's a limit on how many people we can have on campus, what we can and can't do, things like that. So we're working with it, but we're excited to bring those opportunities back. So more to come on that.
Yeah, good. So how many apartments are vacant?
Well, that's a great question. Now, keep in mind, there was about a good 3 months where we completely couldn't do anything.
Well, you couldn't even renovate.
That's right, absolutely. We weren't doing any renovations on the apartments. We weren't even allowed to have that many appointments. The only people that we were allowed to work with were folks that had already reserved prior to the restrictions. So there was a good 2 or 3 months there that we weren't able to showcase or work on any inventory. So right now, we're right around 60 apartments that we're kind of working through. I think what's nice is that the inventory has given us the ability to offer prospects a few more options. You know, typically we don't have the ability to offer different views, different floor plan styles. We have that opportunity now, and folks are taking advantage of that. But it's also given us an opportunity to customize apartments.
Well, that might explain why the apartment next to me, I can't believe the numbers of days that I have heard banging, drilling, and door slamming. Oh my God.
I'm so glad that you're bringing this up, because I would ask all of our residents out there, please be patient, because it is in the betterment of the community, right? We're taking 2 apartments, we're combining them into one, and it's giving our prospect resident the ability to look at some larger, more open floor plan styles. And so we have about 8 or so of those in the works right now. So if you think about 8 new customized bedrooms, that's 16 apartments that we're able to put together. So it's a lot of work going on around campus. I do ask for everyone's patience. I know it can be an inconvenience, but it really is for the betterment of our community, and it's really getting folks interested and excited about these different floor plans that we're able to put together. So we're really excited about that.
Good, good.
So, but in regards to kind of the team, everybody's back in the office. Lauren, our personal move consultant, she's out visiting people in their homes. We're really trying to provide some great packages and incentives for folks to help them with downsizing and moves. And so, once again, the momentum's there. We just have to kind of, get through some of these different phases, and hopefully we can get, back to pre-COVID days somewhere down the road, but we're doing well with what we got going on right now.
Great. Great. Well, it sounds like it hasn't slowed you down a whole lot then.
Hasn't slowed us down a whole lot. It's just kind of our new normal. So that's what we're playing off of, and the team's doing a great job. I just really give all kudos to them. Just a great bunch, great team, highly motivated, and just really looking to help people live better lives, which is really what we're all about.
David, what about Green Springs standing as in against all the other Erickson properties? Is everybody experiencing pretty much the same?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what's so nice, and it's really a benefit to not only our residents but our prospect residents, is kind of the size and scale of us as an organization as a whole, because we can learn a lot from each other, right? We learn best practices, we learn what events work well, we learn how reopening phases work with different communities, and we can learn and grow with each other. We're all in this together. I think we've heard a lot of that saying. But the other communities are dealing with the same things that we are. You know, maybe they'll be in different phases. You know, maybe they'll have a little more traction, but everyone's dealing with this kind of new normal. Everyone's kind of working through all the different guidelines and protocols we have in place. So everybody's dealing with it in one way or the other. It may vary from community to community, and that's just based upon the location you're in, right? Folks who live in Fairfax view everything going on very differently than someone who's living in Houston, Texas, or Kansas City. So it's just it just depends upon the market we're in, but everybody's having their challenges. So,
well, I'm sure you'll be eager to. Putting in place again those things which were working with the events, etc.
Absolutely, but we're doing it differently, and you know, we'll keep pulling on different levers to make sure that we can get to as many people as we possibly can.
It should be helping if you bring in some prospective people that they can at least go into the dining rooms
Absolutely.
again.
I will say, you know, having things back, you know, from, you know, cards to the dining rooms to the activities has been amazing. And I will say one thing that has boded very well with the customer response that we're getting for folks who are meeting with us and who are moving in. They love how safe everyone's being.
The safety.
Yeah, we've heard time and time again, they love that residents are wearing masks, that residents are looking out after each other. You know, they see all the precautions in place, from the reminders to the little yellow dots on the ground. And it really resonates with the folks that are moving in because they want to feel safe, they want to feel secure when they move here.
Sure.
And so I appreciate all of the residents, you know, wearing your mask, your social distancing. I've even seen folks as they're playing cards, they're wearing gloves, and I don't know if that's part of the protocols or what, but it's really resonating very nicely with our prospect residents. So I say thank you to all the residents for doing their part as well.
Well, make sure you thank the staff for that nice video.
Absolutely, I will. We had fun making it. And then wait for part two. Part two is going to be great.
Yeah, I saw it to be continued.
To be continued. We never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, thank you, David. If you have nothing else.
I think that's it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
All right.